What's up, pastors? I have some very encouraging thoughts for you. If you find yourself depressed and thinking, man, I'm just not accomplishing anything, hang in there. God is up to something. He is up to something wonderful and amazing, but you might never see it. Hang with me for a second. When you can actually see people come in your door, when you can count salvations, but people are leaving out the back door just as quickly, you need to realize that you might not be doing anything wrong. Maybe you are living properly. Maybe you are studying scriptures. Maybe you are investing people wholeheartedly and sincerely, but that does not mean they are going to stay. God might have them there and allow you to train them for other churches. You see, just like a college professor doesn't gain esteem by how many students he holds on to, he actually is esteemed more by how many he graduates. The same exact thing might be happening under your hand. Maybe you are a great pastor and you are training people that are coming in and yet they are leaving, but God is using the brokenness in them and the dissatisfaction in them to take your teaching and to use it to support and undergird the churches around you that might not be able to build people up. I share the same sentiments with you. Currently, I can count 150 people in the last decade that I have poured myself vigorously into, that I have loved, that I have trained, that I've seen them scratch their head as the light bulbs go off, and they've simply walked away and gone to other churches to heartily invest themselves there. Does that mean I'm failing? If I measured myself in a man way, surely, but not if I measure by God's standards. Not if we measure by what the scripture tells us, not if we measure by our conscience and the cleanliness of it. You see, I had one lady who actually came in the door, and she came in with very critical eyes, and she was very hard to please. But in short amount of time, she was like, this is the most loving church I've ever been to. Everybody loves me. It's so amazing. And then she was like, you are the greatest pastor ever. Take that with a grain of salt. You are the greatest pastor ever. You are opening and expanding my mind. But yet, within a short amount of time, as I began to invest in her, I had to say, you are clinging on to me like a child, and I must invest in other people also. And this began to frustrate her. And then I told her, part of your frustration is that you only enjoy being loved, but you are not going out and loving others. If you go out and love others, they will return the love. But she wanted it only to come from others. She didn't want to have to invest anything. And so she became very dissatisfied with my teaching from that point on and moved on. As a small church pastor, you're going to face these things on a very regular basis. You are doing everything God calls you to, and yet your church might not be growing. But take heart, God absolutely might be using you to sustain the churches around you.